So today we are reading Vladimir Putin's hand. So let's get into it. So first of all, you can notice that his fate line is starting from a fork from the lifeline. Now, when it starts from a fork with the lifeline, it means that the person, because it's coming from the lifeline, remember lifeline stands for your own country. But when it's coming from a fork, this means that the person in their own country, they will be having such a success that it will be internationally recognized because the fork is going towards the Mount Moon, which stands for the the foreign countries or the world itself. So if you can see that yes, he trained as a KGB agent, he did everything inside his own country, but the effect of his career has a worldwide effect. So you can see that. And then we see that the headline is also good. It's not too long. If it's too long, the person thinks too much. If it's too short, the person thinks too less. So it's of an ideal length. So this means that he uses his brain power accurately and he doesn't think too much, which is very good in a person like uh, in his in his career. And then we also see that he has found true love in life because the heartline is starting from a fork and the heartline is extremely straight. So the straighter the heartline, the more the person is in control of his emotions, the more cold he also appears if there is some coldness in his personality. So that is also shown by the heartline. For his own people, there is the Venus mount. So for his own people, he will be very patriotic, etc. But when it comes to foreigners and other people, he is very cold. And then we also see that there's a very strong Mars line. So this shows the partner or any other person who has influenced him a lot. This also shows extra vitality, and he was also trained in judo, boxing. He did a lot of that in his youth, and that is also shown by the overall hand. If you see, it's very muscular, it's very strong. So this is a fighter's hand, and if he wasn't in politics, I would say he would have done very well as a boxer or in any extreme sport. He's very agile, and this is shown by the hand that he loves fitness. And even if you see him, I think he's near his 70s maybe, but he's very fit and looks at least 50. So you can also see that by his overall vitality. This person is not diplomatic. Some people, when you meet them, they're very diplomatic, but Putin is not diplomatic. This is shown by the thumb. You see that the thumb is fulsome, it's not wasted. So this shows that he's very blunt, very straightforward. This is like something which is like you don't expect from a leader. Like you expect a leader to be diplomatic and have that gift of the gab, but he is like very direct. And then we also see there's a very strong sun line, and sun line usually means career in government, and it's starting very early from 18 years of age. So if you also look at his history, from I think 16 he has been aspiring to work for the government. So from a very young age he has been working for the government, and that is shown by the sun line being very strong. And then we also see that the fingers are on the shorter side and the palm is on the bigger side. So this means he's impulsive. He's when the fingers are short like this, the person is very impulsive, and in the heat of the moment, they can make rash decisions which they regret later. The finger of Apollo is longer than Jupiter, so he has gambling tendencies. The Saturn finger is very long, so that means he's responsible. He once he makes up his mind, it's very difficult to change this person's mind. Once he makes up his mind, no one in the world can like stop him. Like oh, when he thinks this, no one can stop him. He's so stubborn. It's actually one of the stubbornest hands I've ever seen. And then the little finger is above average length, so this means he's even though what do you say? He's very stubborn. He still sees things rationally, which is also shown by the headline being very straight and the heart line being very straight. So he is very cold. He's brutal. He sees things very logically. He doesn't see things romantically. He doesn't have his eye in the sky. He's not a very big intellectual, and he's not intellectual because the first phalanges are average, but the second phalanges for practicality business are developed, and the third phalanges are the most developed, which the third phalanges stand for energy. So he has a lot of energy on his palm. And if we see the mounts, the most developed are Venus, and then the upper Mars and lower Mars. So Martian personalities, they are usually short in stature, which he is. I think he's only 5'7". And the Mars mount, this Mars mount is extremely developed because what happens is when you have the Mars mount developed like this. So this means that the person is ruthless. This person doesn't care what you think. This person doesn't care what other people think. And this person, they have this like ability to withstand and do things under pressure a lot. So there's that as well. And we also see that on here there's a triangle near the mid 20s, or we could say late 20s, like 27, 28. So he must have had a big achievement in his late 20s, like 27 onwards, in accordance with his career. And then we also see another triangle which is taking place in the early 30s, and then another like early 30s, 30 to 32. So there might have been another achievement during these years, 30 to 32. So overall, a very, what you say, a muscular hand, a fighter's hand, and this person is extremely stubborn, and he also makes decisions which he regrets later. And his biggest fault, biggest drawback in this personality is his rashness and his impulsiveness. So overall, this is for Putin's hand. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the person who recommended this reading also watches this video and enjoys it. And guys, please don't forget to subscribe. I really like to see the subscribers growing. So don't forget to subscribe at all. And I hope you have a nice day ahead and hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.